Good morning student, welcome to day 5 of rooftop solar PV installation and maintenance course. Today our topic is solar mounting accessories and calculation of simple PV system. At the end of this lesson, you shall be able to define what is solar accessories, brief about solar cable and cable gland, brief about the MC connectors, explain about the array junction box, brief about the surge protection device, brief about DC fuse, explain the mounting accessory and types of mounting accessory, and brief about the mounting structures and its types, list out the type of mounting and explain the each mounting in brief, brief the method of calculating solar PV system and battery management system, then list out the bill of material for 3 kilowatts grid tied PV system, then brief about PM Suryagar Muft Bijli Yojana like key information, target, support, subsidies, eligibility, documents, loans, online process and important links. Now, first we are going to see what is solar accessories. What is solar accessories? Any accessories which is required during the installation of solar system is called as solar accessories. For example, solar cable, MC connectors, array junction box, surge protection device, DC fuse and mounting accessories also called as solar accessories. Next, what is solar cable and cable gland? First, we are going to see what is solar cable. It is also called as solar DC cable. Generally, it is a double insulated thinned copper flexible cable used to interconnect or connect the solar panel with the charge controller or inverters. It is available in various size, that is 2.5 square mm or 4 square mm, 6 square mm, etc. Generally black color, but for identify the positive wire, it have some red line in the black wire. Next is a cable gland. It is also called as Grommet. It is a protective device or accessories which is protect the cable at the entry point from the insulation damage and avoid the increase of moistures, dust, dirt and insect etc. It is also referred as cable connectors, cable fitting, cord grip and cable strain relief grommets. You can see in the figure, you can find out the parts of the grommets. Next we are going to see MC connectors. So, MC connectors, generally the solar panels are connected using robust ultraviolet resistant weatherproof plug and socket. It is called as MC connectors. What is MC or what is MC4 connector? MC stand for multi conduit, 4 stand for 4 mm diameter connectors. To connect the solar cable with the MC connector, there is a special type of tool is available, that is special crimping tool called as MC crimping tool is used to crimp the inner terminal, that is plug and socket of the MC connector with the solar cable, then it is inserted or snapped into the housing. In the figure you can see the connectors. Generally the DC cables are connected with the connector either by soldering or by using the crimping tool. The MC connectors, it is available in the plug and socket type, is easily connected by pushing the plug and socket by hands. It is a self locking, has self locking mechanisms which lock both the plug and sockets and ensure that they do not accidentally disconnect when the cables are pulled or tangled. However, it requires tool or wrench to disconnect them safely. For connecting we can push, then it will get self locking. For removing we want some tool or wrench to disconnect them safely. MC4 also the MC4 connectors are available in the 2-in-1 or Y connector or 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 branch connectors also available to connect the solar panel in parallel. If you want to connect the 2 solar panel in parallel, then we have to use 2-in-1 connector or Y connector. If you want connect 3 solar panel in parallel, then we have to use 3-in-1 3-in-1 connector, MC connector. If you want to connect 4 solar panel in parallel, then we have to use 4-in-1 MC connectors. Next we are going to see array junction box. It is also called as, simply it is called as AJP. What is array junction box? It is an enclosure. It is an enclosure made up of polycarbonate material or ABS plastic with IP65 weatherproof materials. So, it provides simple solution for the solar string panel management. If you want to connect the number of panels in series and parallel, if you have the array junction box, you can connect the solar panel in parallel or series in the array junction box itself. You need not to go to the solar panel, you need not to change the connections. All the solar panels are connected with the array junction box. In the array junction box, you can change the series parallel connections. Array junction boxes are available from one input and one output model to 24 input or 1 or 2 output model. Recent array junction box, that is AJP, are available along with DC fuse, surge protection device, DC MCB, battery MCB, etc. in the single enclosures. So, it is also called as combiner box or DC DP box. What is DC DP? DC distribution box. So, the array junction box also have a reverse blocking diode in the enclosures, which block the reverse current flow from the battery to solar panel. In case of solar panel generate less energy, there may be a chance of reverse current from battery to solar panel. So, the array junction box has the reverse blocking diode to block the or prevent the reverse currents. Next is a surge protection device. It is simply called as SPD. SPD means surge protection device. What is SPD? So, it is a safety device used to protect the system from surge or over voltage. It is divert the surge voltage to the earth, thus protect the system and the load from the damage. It is available in the either 2 pole or 3 pole or 4 pole. Generally 2 pole is used for DC system or single phase AC system. 3 pole and 4 poles are used for AC 3 phase 3 wire system or 3 phase 4 wire system. So, it should be connected. How it should be connected? It should be connected in parallel with the supply, and it have one earth terminal. The earth terminal should be grounded. So, next one is a DC fuse for solar panel. What is a DC fuse? It is also a safety device connected in series with the output of the solar panel. In the output of the solar panel, it have positive and negative terminal. In the positive terminal, a DC fuse should be connected in series. Why you have to connect? It is connected or used to protect the solar system and the equipment from the short circuit as well as from the overload. So, it have two parts. It consists of fuse holder and the removable HRC fuse links. It is available with or without LED indicator to ascertain the condition of HRC fuse link. We are using HRC fuse link if the fuse is blown out or not. For to indicate that one, some of the DC fuse holder have LED indicator, that is a DC fuse is available with or without LED indicator to ascertain the condition of DC fuse link used inside the DC fuse holder. It is generally calculated according to the power rating and voltage of the solar panel or solar string. For an example, if a 400 watts 20 volt panel required almost 20 amps, that is a current of the panel, that is a 400 watts, means we have to find out the current, we have to divide the power by voltage. If you divide the 400 watts divided by 20 volt, you will get the answer of 20 amps. For what is the rating of DC fuse? We have to add extra 10 amps. So, we have to use 30 amps DC fuse along with the panel in series. Next is a mounting accessory. What is mounting accessories? It is a small metal part or metal piece required to mount the solar panel in the rooftop or ground or in the structures. It is called as mounting accessory. Okay. It is generally made up of aluminum alloy or stainless steel or galvanized steel or ionized steel or iron. So, it should have what should be its property? It should have long life, good mechanical strength and good surface finish. Also, it should be light in weight, robust, corrosion and rust free. So, you can see in the figure some of the mounting accessories. The first one is a end clamp, second one is a mid clamp. The mid clamp is also called as U clamp, and third one is a L clamp, fourth one is a steel spring nuts, then fifth one is a T-bolt and nut, sixth one is a T-sliding nut, then seventh one is a X-bolt or Allen bolt, then eighth one is a seam clamp or bracket clamp or metal roof clamp, then eighth is a tail roof hook. Next is mounting structure. So, mounting structure means it is a frame or support used to install the solar panels. Some of the materials are used to construct the mounting structure. What are the material we will see. First one is as you see in the figure. So, in the figure it is first one is a aluminum stud channel, second one is a aluminum double side mounting rail, then third one is a aluminum or steel L angle, then fourth one is a aluminum or steel square or rectangular tube, fifth one is a aluminum mini or mono rail, then sixth one is a aluminum or steel U or C clamp, then steel or metal pipes, then GI or steel I beam. These are the some of the materials used to construct the mounting structure for the solar panels. Next we are going to see what are the types of mounting. So, depending upon the place where the solar panels are mounted, the types of mountings are RCC roof mounting, metal roof mounting, it is also called the shed mounting, then tail roof mounting, ground mounting, pole mounting, carport mounting, tracking mounting, etc. First we will see that is a RCC roof. In this method, the solar panels are mounted on the RCC rooftop. What is RCC? That is a reinforced cement concrete rooftop of the residential building or commercial building. So, if the solar panels are mounted on the RCC rooftop of the residential or commercial building is called as RCC roof mounting. So, in this method is reduce the distance between the panel and the inverter, thus reduce the length of the DC cable and reduces the losses, line losses. Hence, the installation cost is less. So, maintenance also easy, that is easy maintenance. So, uses unutilized roof space, thus saving the space saving, protect the roof from rain and heat. So, if you are installing the solar panel, the roof also protected from the rain and heat. It can be incorporated with solar tracking mounting. What are the disadvantages? Sometimes while you are fixing the RCC rooftop mounting, that is solar panel in RCC rooftop, somebody may drill the roof. What will happen? The roof drilling may leads to seepage of rainwater, thus we can spoil the roof. The next type is metal roof or shed mounting. In this method, the solar panels are mounted on the metal roof, that is a shed. What are the advantage of shed mounting or metal roof mounting? First is advantage, it protects the roof from the heat and rain. So, it is uses the unusable roof space, thus space saving and cost saving. What is the disadvantage? So, difficult to install and maintain, as well as the tilting angle is depend upon the orientation of shed. For example, if the shed is in the north to east or west to south, the solar panel also almost fixed in the orientation according to the orientation of shed. It is very difficult to install the tracking mounting, then suitable space is required for installation of inverter. To install the inverter, we want some closed room or space. So, in the rooftop metal rooftop mounting, we want some suitable space for installation of inverter. So, next type of mounting is tile roof mounting. In this method, similar to the metal roof mounting, the solar panels are mounted on the curved or flat tail roof. In the tail roof, it is the solar panels are mounted, so it is called as tail roof mounting. What are the advantages? Similar to the metal roof mounting, it protects the roof from the heat and rain, as well as we are going to use the unusable roof space, the space saving and cost saving. What is the disadvantages? Similar to the metal roof mounting, it is very difficult to install the solar panel as well as very difficult to maintain the solar panel. The tilting angle of the solar panel also depend upon the orientation of tail roof. It is very difficult to install the tracking mounting. Then next type of mounting is ground mounting. So, from the name it is very clear, in this method the solar panels are mounted on the ground surface. So, if you have the very lot of free space in the ground, you can mount the solar panel in ground itself, then the mounting is called as ground mounting. What are the advantage of ground mounting? So, first one, the more panel can be installed in a single orientation, same thus allows the more power generations, then easier to install and also easier to install the tracking mounting system. Next one is very easy to maintain. So, we need not go to roof, we need not go to climb on the ladder or steps. So, it is very easy to maintain. What are the disadvantage? The initial cost is high, that is land cost is generally high. So, initial cost of the ground mounting system is high. It increases the distance between the panel and inverter. Generally, in the ground mounting, the solar panel will be in the open space, but the inverter should be installed in the closed room, where the closed room will be available in some more distance, because if the room is available very near to the solar panel, then we are getting the effect of shading. So, inverter room will be somewhat away from the solar panel. It increases the distance between the solar panel and the inverter, thus increase the length of DC cable. When the DC cable length of the DC cable increases, the losses also increases. The next type of mounting, next is a pole mounting. So, from the name you can find out. So, in this method the solar panels are mounted on the top of the pole. For example, in case of solar street lights, in the solar street light the solar panels are mounted on the poles. So, what is the advantage of pole mounting? It uses only the vertical height. So, the savings in the horizontal space, overcome ground obstruction and shadow up to certain height. If the height of the poles are increases, so what is the advantage? We can overcome the shading effect or ground obstruction. Then easier to install the tracking mounting system. You can install the tracking mounting according to the direction of sun. We can track the solar panel. It can be incorporated in highways and roadsides. What are the disadvantages of pole mounting? It is difficult to install and maintain. First, we have to install the pole. On the top of the pole, we have to mount the solar panel. So, it is very difficult to install as well as for maintenance. To clean the solar panels, again we want to go to the top of the pole. Next one, it increases the distance between the panel and inverter. Panel on the top of the pole, inverter will be in any closed room. So, it increases the distance between the panel and inverter. When the distance increases, the length of the DC cable increases. When the length of the DC cable increases, automatically losses also increases. Then, if the height increases, the stability and panels per pole depend upon the heights. It is a disadvantage of pole mounting system. Our next type of mounting is carport mounting. So, in this method, solar panels are installed or assembled like a car parking roof. Like a car shed, we are going to assemble the solar panel, then it is called as carport mounting. What are the advantage of carport mounting? So, it uses a car parking area, so saving in the space. Then it also protects the cars or vehicles from the sunshine, rain and snow, etc. Then in this method, it is very easier to install the tracking mounting also. We can use the tracking mounting also in the carport mounting. Then next advantage is it is easier to extend the carport area. If you want to increase the carport area, we can easily extend the carport area. That is a carport mounting, it is advantage. What is the disadvantages? Difficult in getting the shade free area. So, for installing the solar panel, we want shade free area. So, it is very difficult because the car parking will be available near the building. Near the building, we want a shade free area. So, difficult in getting the shade free area. Next one is a distance between the inverter and load center is depend upon the available space. If the carport is available or car parking is available in the larger distance or with more distance, then the distance between the inverter and load center is depend upon the available space. Next type of mounting, that is a tracking mounting. What is a tracking mounting? It is not a type of mounting, actually it is a type of method can be installed in the other mounting. In this method, the solar panels are mounted with the solar tracking system. The solar tracking system can be mounted in the other type of mounting depend upon the possibilities or feasibility. The tracking system will track the solar irradiance in the both axes. Both axes means north to south or east to west. It is available in both manual and auto tracking. We can, if you want, we can do manual tracking also, auto tracking also available. What are the advantage of tracking mounting? If you track the irradiance, then we will get the maximum energy. So, maximum energy can be generated using the solar panel, and it can be installed in the most of the mounting system. In the most of the mounting system, we can incorporate the tracking mounting. What are the disadvantage? There is some complication in the design, because we want to track the irradiance in the both axes, some complication in design. And when the complication is there, then initial cost also high. For tracking, we want to spend some energy. So, some energy lost for tracking system. What are the energy generated from the solar panel? It is used, some of the energy is used for the tracking system. So, some energy are lost for solar tracking system, then maintenance cost also high. Next title is sizing of hybrid PV system. So, we are going to calculate how much the solar panel or battery are required. We are going to see the sizing of hybrid PV system is calculated as per the total power as well as total kilowatt hour per day of essential load to be used during the power failure as per the requirement of customers. Otherwise, we can calculate from the monthly average consumption of the customers. What is sizing? Sizing means calculate the rating of the PV system as well as battery. PV system means also include along with the solar panel, battery and protective accessory, etc. How to calculate? First, step 1. First, we have to calculate the requirement of power as per the customer requirement. Then we have to calculate the kilowatt hour per day as per the customer requirement. Steps 2. Calculate the rating of PV panels. Once you calculate the power requirement as per the customers, then next step you have to calculate the rating of PV panel. How to calculate the rating of PV panel? So, the power requirement as per customer is divided by combination of derating factor of solar panel and fill factor of solar panel. We generally taken derating factor as 0.8, that is 80%, fill factor also 0.8, that is 80%. So, according to the customer requirement, you have to calculate the rating of PV panel. Then steps 3, calculate the number of panels and the number of panels. So, we want almost 800 watts, this that is 0.8 kilowatts. The standard solar panel is available with 540 or 545 watts. Earlier it is available with 320 by 330 watts. Now, it is available with 540 watts. So, for meet out the 800 watts or 0.5 kilowatts, we have to install two number of 540 watts solar panel. So, we will get the 1.08 kilowatts as a installed capacity of solar panel. So, now we are calculating the number of panels and capacity of each panel. Next, step number 4, we have to select or calculate the inverter according to the standard available rating and efficiency. For example, we are installing 1.08 kilowatt solar panel, then we have to go for higher size. For example, say 1.2 kVA inverter, we have to select 1.2 kVA inverters. Then step 5, select the system voltage. Generally 500 watts for solar panel, the output voltage is around 40 to 45 voltage. We can connect the solar panel either series or parallel. If you connect the solar panel in series, then voltage will be added. If the solar panel are connected in parallel, the voltage will be same. So, according to the inverter, you have to select the system voltage either 50 volt or 100 volt. Then as per the system voltage, solar panel can be connected either in series or in parallel as per the figure. Next, step number 6, select the battery voltage as per the standard inverter. If you select the inverter, the inverter have some specification, what is the battery voltage. Then according to the battery voltage, you can select the voltage of battery. Next, select the capacity and the number of battery. Once you decide, for example, if you are selecting 12 volt, the volt battery, then you have to select the capacity of battery, that is what is the AH capacity of battery and the number of batteries are required. To calculate the number of batteries as well as capacity of battery, we have to find out the kilowatt hour required per day as per the customer requirement. Okay, you see in the tabular column, that is in the figure, as per customer requirement, customer asking 10 watts LED bulb 4 number, but each bulb has to work for 6 hours during the power failure. Then what is the total kilowatt hour per day for the lamp, LED lamp? It is 0.24 kilowatts. Similarly, for fan 2 number, it should be work for 10 hours. So, 1.5 kilowatt hours. For TV, it should be work for 5 hours as per customer requirement. So, what is the units for TV? It is 1.5 kilowatt hour. What is the total kilowatt per day as per the customer requirement? It is 3.24 kilowatt hour per day, which is approximately equal to 3.5 kilowatt hour per day. Then we have to calculate the capacity of battery. So, we are going to select the battery. So, we have to calculate the kilowatt hour per day as per the customer requirement. We already calculated, it is 3.5 kilowatt hour. We can convert into watt hour. This is a 3500 watt hours. If you are going to use 120 volt battery, that means if you are going to connect 12 volt battery 10 number in series, the system voltage will be 120. Then what is the capacity of battery? We should use 30 Ah battery 1 number. Otherwise, according to the inverter, if you are going to use 12 volt battery, then what is the capacity of battery? If you are going to use 12 volt battery, then you have to use only one battery with 300 Ah, because 3500 watts hour divided by 12 volt, you will get 300 Ah, but we cannot use the 300 Ah because battery also have some depth of discharge as well as efficiency. Taking the consideration the depth of discharge of the battery as 0.8 and the efficiency of battery as 0.8, then you have to divide the 30 Ah divided by 0.64, you will get 47 Ah. Taking the depth of discharge of battery and efficiency of battery, that is depth of discharge is taken as 0.8 as well as the efficiency of battery is taken as 0.8. If you multiply both 0.8 and 0.8, you will get 0.64. If you select the system voltage of 120 volt, then we have to use 30 Ah battery, but we cannot use 30 Ah battery because battery also have some efficiency and the depth of discharge. What is the depth of discharge? Battery can be discharged up to 20%, 100% to 20%, we cannot go for 0%. So, depth of discharge is 80%. Taking the consideration of depth of discharge and efficiency of battery, then you can find out the actual rating of battery, that is 30 Ah battery. If you divide by 0.64, we are getting 47 Ah battery. So, if you are going to use 120 volt system voltage, you have to purchase or you have to install 12 volt battery 47 Ah 10 number in series. This is a sizing of PV system. In the PV system, first we have to find out the number of panels and the kilowatt of panel. We are using 540 watts panel 2 numbers. Then we are selecting the inverter 1.2 kVA inverters. Then finally, we find out the battery, that is 12 volt battery 47 Ah 10 number, it should be connected in series as per the customer requirement. Next one is a bill of material. It is some assignment to you. You see the figure. If you want to install a 3 kilowatts rooftop grid tied PV system, you have to find out what are the materials all required. I am given just one example. For example, solar panel. How much watt solar panels are required, how much panels are required, how much inverter, what is the rating of inverter, what is the other items like net meters, DC cables, etc. you have to calculate. It is the end of our day 5 class. Just we are going to recall what we have studied in this class. So, first we are studied about the solar accessories, then solar cable, then cable gland, then MC connector, array junction box, then surge protection device, then DC fuse, mounting accessory and types of mounting accessory, then mounting structure and type of mounting structure, then calculating the sizing of PV system and battery, then bill of material for 3 kilowatts grid tied PV inverter. Finally, we are seeing about the PM Suryagar Mufti Bijli Yojana. Thank you.